Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make.
As a cyclist content maker, I've got the chance of traveling to the most iconic cycling places of the world. And something I realized is that every single cyclist loves mountains with crazy switchbacks. So be ready, because in today's video we're gonna discover the top 5 climbs of the world with amazing, spectacular and crazy switchbacks. Let's go! Yes guys, so in today's video we're going to speak about switchbacks, hairpins, bends, amazing turns that are constructed in the climbs, and I'm going to start speaking about one mountain that has, I think, one of the most spectacular switchbacks that I've ever seen. And I was riding not long ago, a couple of weeks ago, I was in Mallorca, an island in the middle of the Mediterranean, where there's a climb called Calobra that is just outstanding. The switchbacks that you can find there are one of the weirdest turns switchbacks I ever seen in my life. Many people can wonder, really? I mean, Mallorca, an island in the middle of the Mediterranean, has a climb with crazy switchbacks? Yeah, the answer is for sure. Basically, it's a dead-end road that goes from the beach to the mountains. It's like Calobra is the name of the beach, and if you want to go to that beach, you have to descend the climb of Calobra, go to the beach, and then to leave that beach, you have to climb Calobra back up. So yeah, it's a dead-end road, really twisty, very spectacular, and especially there's one switchback that I've just discovered a few weeks ago that is basically madness.
Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make.
And now that I'm in the last kilometer, I'm looking forward to do the last crazy switchback of Calobra. The most iconic one of this climb is called Nus de sa Curvata. The translation in English, it'd be the ties knot, and it doesn't need a big explanation, because just looking at the shape of this switchback you understand why they call him like that. Actually, the ties knot is not a switchback, it goes beyond a switchback, and the explanation why they made this crazy switchback here before getting to the summit, we are just 500 meters from the summit, is because the architect of this road, he was wondering how to connect this part of the mountain to the last straight you see over there, and there was no way of making it just with the switchback. And after one night thinking over and over in his desk, he got this idea of doing this crazy switchback, I don't know how to call it, and yeah, since then this has been the highlight of the Calobra climb. Let's move on and let's travel from the beautiful beaches of Mallorca to the French Alps, especially to Alpe d'Huez, a climb that I've done so many times, and it's basically the most iconic switchback climb of the world. So I'll put it in pole position because it's so famous. Alpe d'Huez in the French Alps, climb with 21 switchback. Basically, I'd say that it's the most famous climb of the world. So for sure, Alpe d'Huez with the 21 famous switchbacks has to be in the top 5 of most spectacular climbs with switchbacks.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind.
But why is so famous Alpe d'Huez? Here in front of me you've got one of the main reasons, the famous 21 switchbacks that the race has. These 21 switchbacks are very notorious for the shape, but also because every single one of them has a name of a winner of a stage in the top of Alpe d'Huez. Right now, for example, we are in front of the switchback number 19 that is called Henny Kuiper, who won here in Alpe d'Huez back in 1977. But also it has two names, Henny Kuiper and also Lance Armstrong, who won the TT that took place here in Alpe d'Huez back in 2004. If we're talking about mountains with switchbacks, we can't forget about Italy. So let's travel from France to Italy to talk about
Lago di Cancano in the north of Italy, next to Bormio in the Dolomites. This climb is called the Mini Stelvio course. It's like a small climb, just 8.7 kilometers at 6.8 average gradient. It's just, yeah, a small mountain just next to Stelvio, but the neighbors call it the Mini Stelvio course. Is like a small recreation of the big Stelvio climb. We talk about this climb in the channel. You can find the video in this Off the Mark channel, and basically, yeah, it's so cute, this climb, because it's full of switchbacks. And I remember that I almost finished this climb dizzy of the amount of switchbacks that you face in the last part of the climb. In the last 5-6 kilometers there's more than 15 switchbacks, absolutely crazy, and every 25-30 meters you face one switchback. So yeah, let's go to Lago di Cancano to, yeah, ride some of these switchbacks, because I miss them already.
Yeah, road to heaven! This is the angle where it seems the Stelvio, that's why it's called the little Stelvio, because from this point of view, I mean, it's very, very similar, eh?
Every time I climb Lago di Cancano, I just remember a very similar climb that you can find in France. So now let's travel towards France, to the French Alps, to talk about Lacets de Montvernier in second position. Montvernier is the name of the town that there's in this plateau in the top of the climb, and Lacets just means shoelaces, because the shape of the road is very similar to shoelaces due to the amount of switchbacks that you can find in just 3 kilometers. Very narrow road. The neighbors call it the Mini Alpe, so Lago di Cancano is the Mini Stelvio, Lacets de Montvernier is the Mini Alpe, because it's like a Mini Alpe, everything compact in just 3 kilometers, but the road is absolutely crazy. It's a climb that you have to go. So let's travel to Lacets de Montvernier.
Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make.
And we are right in the heart of Lacets de Montvernier. If we analyze what we've got in front of us, we can see the foundations of Lacets de Montvernier. Have a look, we go through the rocks, through the stones, and that is because back in the old days, during the years 30, a group of 36 people worked during 6 years hard in making this road. The aim was to connect the town from the bottom of Montvernier with the town of Montvernier that is in the top of this mountain in a little plateau where you see all the Maurienne Valley.
So then, Lacets de Montvernier, Mark, is so amazing. You can think which climb is gonna beat in terms of switchbacks this amazing climb of Lacets de Montvernier. Very easy. If we're talking about switchbacks, the king of the switchbacks is Stelvio. So let's travel to Italy again to climb the Stelvio, the king of the switchbacks. 48 switchbacks in 20-something kilometers, the highest paved road that you can find in Italy. I mean, it's just the king of the switchbacks and one of the king of the cycling climbs. So yeah, for sure, Stelvio, one of the most iconic, not the most iconic, let's be clear, the most iconic climb of the Giro d'Italia, with amazing 48 switchbacks from Prato, the one I climbed last summer that I'm just gonna show you now. So let's travel finally to Stelvio.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody...
So I'd say that this top 5 is about the climbs I've called basically European famous mountains. I've been basically in every single one. So yeah, it'd be my top 5 ranking so far of climbs I've done with switchbacks. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Leave me in the comments if there's other climbs that you've done that they've got amazing switchbacks like this one, because I want to hear from you. And if I've got time, for sure, I'll go and recon these mountains you like. See you guys in the next videos.